I'm going to show you how to get a crazy amount of credits in Starfield. You can do this early game, mid game, late game. It's better the further you get into the game, but even early game, it's crazy. It's way better than what most people are going to be telling you what to do. So with this one, you could easily hit like 100,000 credits right out of the gate in just like a few hours, basically. And if you're late game, you can probably get 100,000 like per hour or something like that, or close to it, 50,000 per hour, maybe something like that. So first off, let me just show you something that I found, for example. So if I talk to this person, she will buy this item from me, and that item is this, a gun that she will buy for 5,000 because its base value is 50,000. So that's the type of stuff we can find, and we can find it in bulk. So there's a method to farming money that is insane that I'm going to show you in this video, but there's a few things we're going to need in order to make it ideal. You can skip out on any number of these things and do it any which way you want, but I'm going to show you all the steps in order to get the maximum amount that I know of to get so far. Also, this is repeatable. This isn't just like, oh, go to this place and here, get all this stuff one time and now you have money. No, this is go farm until you're bored and you have infinite money, whatever you want to do. That's what we're going to be doing today. Now, before we do it, we're going to do a few pit stops here. So first things first, first off, we are at the Alpha Centauri system. This is what we're going to stock up. This is the easiest place to stock up. So you're going to go to Jemison, and you're going to go to the residential district. This place has a weapon shop where you'll be able to buy ammo for any gun. I'm going to show you how to buy ammo. You're going to need ammo. You're going to make enough money to buy as much ammo as you need. You're going to want the strongest gun you can get. So right out of here, you're going to go straight into the right. You'll see this yellow sign over here. This is Centaurian Arsenal. Now, this is a weapon shop that will have more ammo types than the other weapon shops on this planet. So if you need like 40 mm or some weird type, like a 42 Ultra Mag or something like that, this guy will sell it to you, this person. And then after that, once you've bought it all, if you need more, you can sit down in a stool, and then you can wait 24 hours to refresh the stock and then buy more. And I'd recommend getting a bunch before you go so you don't have to worry about it for a while. So you wait like this, hit wait, and then, you know, wait it out. And do that over and over again. Get as much ammo as you need so that way you can just farm like crazy and then come back and not, you know, because you'll have to come here eventually to get ammo, so you might as well just do it all at once and just get a bunch for your favorite gun or something and then move on. But do keep in mind it's very expensive to buy ammo, but it's nothing compared to the amount of money we're going to make. Then we're going to open up the map and we're going to head over to the New Atlantis area, and there's a shop here that we need to go to. So from the port, spaceport here, I'm going to show you where, because there's no map. And the reason I know it's kind of tedious, I'm walking everywhere and showing you, but there is no map, and I know a lot of people can get disoriented very easily, so I'm making sure you know where to go. Now, we are not heading to Jemison Mercantile. There's more shops that you may not know exist. So if we head all the way back here, there's an elevator back here behind the shop, and over here we can take this to go to the well. And the well has a bunch more shops, none of which I care about in this for making money. There's only one in this that makes sense. So when we come through this elevator, we go straight all the way to the back, and then right back here, you're going to turn left, and you'll see the Trade Authority. This place has some item that will make the money farm way better, so much better. So this person right here, you're going to trade with this person, and you're going to buy aid. She has an item called an amp. So you're going to buy these. She won't have very many at once, but it's fine because we don't need a ton. But you will want to do this and then sit down and then wait 24 hours and then do this again and again and again. And you may want to do this like 3 or 4, 5 or 6 times or something like that. It'll take you a little bit because the waiting thing takes a moment. So it'll probably take you like 4 minutes or something to get a bunch of them. But the more you get, you're going to have to come back to get more potentially, so you might as well just go ahead and get a bunch right now. That's what I did, and that's what I will be doing whenever I farm credits. All right, so now it has been 24 hours. I'm going to get up. I'm going to buy more amp if she has it. She might not have it every single time. So go back in here, and we're going to go back to aid, and she has 3 this time. I'm going to buy those. So like I said, just do that a few times. It takes about 5 minutes. You'll get like 15, 20 of them or something like that. Then after that, you're good. If you don't have money, you can skip these steps until after you've gotten your first load of money and then go do these steps. It's really up to you which way to do it, because I know the ammo and that stuff's expensive, but long term, you're going to want to go to these places and stock up like that before doing each cycle. Or, well, not really each cycle, but just do it up in big bulks so that way you don't have to go every cycle. That's kind of the point. Anyway, so now we're actually going to farm the money. So there's a trick in this game. So we're going to open up the map. And we're going to look at different planets. Now, the most basic one to do this on, if you're actually like level 1, level 5 or something, or you're playing on very hard difficulty, is right here. There's Gagarin. And the reason we pick Gagarin is you want to pick a planet that has fauna and flora. And the reason for this is you are way less likely to encounter robots. Robots are terrible. If you see an outpost that has robots, you just leave. You do not care about robots. They are just completely worthless to kill in most cases. So then you're going to pick an area of the planet, and you're going to, you know, make like a new landing zone. So you can click here, or I don't know, maybe A or something on Xbox, I don't know, and you'll let you pick an area to land. Now, what you may not know about this game is that this stuff is randomly generated. So if I click right here and I land here, and then later I instead land right above there, so say like these landing areas, if I land right, oh gosh, I can't click it. If I try to land like right here, right next to it, I can't run from there to there. Any area you go to is a small square on the planet of a randomly generated map. It generates like a 5,000 meter by 5,000 meter square anytime you do this. Even if it's right next to another one, there's no connection between them. It's literally just randomly generating a new area. So what you're going to do is you're going to randomly generate an area, and you're going to land. And then you're going to make a decision on whether or not this is a farmable area that you're going to land on. So what you'll do is you'll pull out the scanner. It's F on keyboard. I don't know what it is on controller. Just press all the buttons. You'll find it. And you'll scan everything nearby. If there's life signs, I don't really care. There's a structure. I could go there. And, you know, if the structure's too far, I don't really care. So this one's 500 meters, and I don't see anything massive. Like, I would go 500 meters if I saw some ginormous structure that will have a ton of stuff in it. But otherwise, I don't care. So in that case, I'm going to close the scanner, open up the map, going to go back down here, and then I'm going to instead click right here and travel and generate a new area. And we're just going to keep generating new areas until we get a good spawn of stuff. And that's just what you're going to do in order to save yourself a lot of time, because you don't want to run 500 meters to go to some place that has like 2 enemies and you just wasted like a little bit of time. So there's life signs. We can look around, and there is a structure over there, but I don't see anything massive. So I'm just going to repeat this process a few times till I see some mega structure or something right next to me, like 200, 300 meters away. Okay, so I just came into another one, skipped a few, and there's a giant structure in the distance. So hopefully it doesn't have robots. Hopefully it has humans. I'm really quick going to look around, see if there's anything else I can see from up here. And I don't really see much else, but I don't need much else. Okay, so now what you'll do, and this is why we bought the amp, is you're going to go to your inventory, and you're going to go to aid, and you're going to use an amp. Because you have to run there. So that's why we're using amp, and it will make you run significantly faster and save you a ton of time getting to these places. I'll just go ahead and skip ahead, though, to me getting up to there. All right, so it is an abandoned fuel depot. So now what you're going to do is you're just going to run through, and you're going to look for enemies. Now, if there's robots, you're just going to leave, basically. But thankfully, there are pirates here. So we're going to kill all the pirates. If you need to, you can set the game mode to very easy. I just put mine on easy for farming money because I don't really care. I just am getting money real fast. So I can just run up then and just, you know, basically one-tap everything. If I have bad aim, it's because I'm playing at 30 FPS, by the way, and it's inconsistent. But so then you kill everybody, and you'll loot them. Here's a spacesuit that's worth 7,000 and 2,000 credits, and a gun that's probably worth a bunch of money. And then we get a bunch of credits here. We get spacesuits. We just grab stuff. Oh, here we got a purple med theft solstice worth 3,500. Okay, so we just go through, we grab everything, we kill everybody, and you just kind of do this. You just run through. You can use the radar at the bottom left to see where enemies are. Although sometimes it'll have like the actual like animal enemies instead. But you'll just run through like this, find all the enemies, and then kill them as fast as you can and grab all their loot. And then once you're done grabbing their loot, depending on how much you have, you'll either do another one or you will just go back and sell it. It's really up to you which way you want to do it. So grab that, and you'll just run through like this. Now, you might be tempted to actually loot all the random objects that are laying around, and I can tell you right now that that is literally never worth it. It's 100% of the time never worth it. Because the items that you'd find, the amount of time it takes to sift through them and figure out what's worth money and what's not is so time consuming compared to killing the enemies. And in the best case scenario, you'll find an item that's worth a few thousand, But most items are going to be like this, where it's worth like 82 or something like that, and you're just looking through and just wasting your time. So unless you see a chest or something, it's not worth the time compared to these weapons that can be worth like thousands and thousands. But we're not done here. So this is entry level. This is for level 1. There's actually a much crazier way to go about doing this. And also, we're not even done yet because there's an exploit we can abuse in order to make this even better. And on top of that, you can carry more at once. If you don't know, you can talk to your companion. I don't know where she went to. You can talk to your companion and trade gear, and you can give her a bunch of stuff so that way you can come home with a bigger load. So you can go in here and then trade her all this stuff and then take it back from her later when it's time to sell. Also, there is a perk that you can get that you should get called weightlifting. You must get this. This is one of the most important perks in the game. Absolutely get this and rank it up so you can carry more stuff. Now, for the exploit, is go to your settings, go to gameplay, change the difficulty to very hard. Then, after changing the difficulty to very hard, then generate your area. So then you'll go like this and travel. And then once you load into an area that has something that you want to explore, like what I just saw in the distance and ran to just then, when you come into one of these, and if you see something that is close by or something that you're going to go to, which of course this one has nothing, but if there was, say there was some giant structure, oh, I guess that one. Actually, I would actually want to go to that. That looks like there might be something there. So there's a structure over there that probably is good, right? But I don't want to do it on very hard. The only reason I put it on very hard is because everything gets generated when it loads in. So we just loaded in the outer part of that. Okay, so now we go to settings and we change it to very easy so we can kill everything easily, but they'll have the higher level loot, because on average on very hard, from my experience, you'll get higher chances of getting good loot on very hard and higher like value loot. But you can change it to very easy after the area is loaded in, and that loot will still be set. It gets seeded when the area loads. So you only need to be on very hard when loading in, and then change it to very easy. If you find a doorway that you need to go through, like, you know, for example, how the ship works, if you find something like this in a cave where you have to go through something and it'll actually load like this and go black, come back in, then you need to change it back to very hard before loading like that to generate all the loot in a little sub area like a cave or something, and then change it back to very easy. And that'll let you get better loot with the same amount of time and more money. But we're not even done yet. There's one more thing you need to know about that makes this insane, absolutely broken. So if you go to the map and you zoom out and you zoom out again and you start looking at all these different stars, you'll see at the top left they have a level. There's Destination Narion, level 1, level 40, level 55. And as you go to the top right, it gets higher and higher until it gets up to level 75. So depending on what level you are and what weapons you have, you'll want to go to a higher level area. So recently I was farming out this level 35 area, which is where I found the gun that was worth 55,000. So there's a place here called Alpha Turna, and there's only one planet here that has flora, and it's this one here, Turna 2, unless it's randomly generated. I don't know. Maybe your world will be different, but you just find one that has flora and fauna. And you see here, I was farming this thing out. I was farming this interesting volcanic area, but you'll want to go to this place and travel to. If you can't travel into one jump, if you can't travel to it in one jump, then you'll have to instead jump at a shorter one like this, jump here somewhere, and then go from here to there, whatever. But if you go to a higher level area to do this credit farm, then you'll just get more money. And if you do it on very easy, it won't even be that hard. I can kill level 50 enemies at level 10 on very easy just because of how easy they are. I honestly could probably kill level 70 enemies. I'll probably test that after this, just go into level 75 zones at level 10 or whatever, and just farm a bunch of credits. And realistically, I have a feeling based on the scaling of, you know, 1 to 50, a 75, if I fight a level 100 enemy or something, and he drops like a legendary, it'll probably be worth like 200,000 credits base. I'll probably sell it for like, a store won't even have enough credits to buy it probably. It'll instantly buy out all the credits of a store. Which then brings me to the last thing. What happens if you need money, right? What if you sell these things? These vendors only have so much money. And I kind of indirectly alluded to how to do this earlier. So this vendor only has 5,000 credits. So first off, if I sell this thing, they don't even have enough. So you need to find a better vendor, which we'll talk about in just a second. But I'm going to sell it to them anyway. And now they don't have enough money to buy anything else. So if you want to get more money, what you're going to have to do then is either find a place with multiple vendors that'll buy your stuff, or afterwards, sit down, wait 24 hours, and then they'll have more money for you to sell to. So you just do that over and over and over again. So this is actually going to take a little bit of time to sell everything on certain shops. Now, there are different shops. One of the best places right here is the commercial district. There's 2 shops across from each other. There's one right here that I'm in right now, which is at the commercial district. It is the entrance is right by the subway when you teleport here. So when you teleport here, you come in over there. So you just run straight and it'll be on your right. And then there's also this place right here called Outland that also has stuff and has a chair ride in to sell stuff. There's also another place that you can sell. You can also sell contraband as well at this place called Wolf. You go up to this star system to the top right of Alpha Centauri, and you go to the den. And when you go there, you'll have to actually manually dock. So if you don't know how to dock your ship, what you got to do is you go up to it, you press your interact key. Press your interact key, and then when you get close enough, it'll show you what to press. Right for your keyboard is hold R, and then it'll dock. So if you didn't know how to dock, that's how to dock. You can dock at the den, and there's a vendor in here that will not only buy contraband, but if I remember this right, he has a decent amount of credits to buy things from. So then I hold X to board or whatever it shows for you on Xbox. And then we can go in here, and there's a guy over here to the left. Again, he'll buy contraband if you have it.
Yes, of course.
Without getting scanned or any of that. And he has 11,000 credits as a base. So he's also a good guy to unload bigger items to. And you can sell to him, and then you can sit in this chair and wait 24 hours. He'll have more credits, and then you sell to him again. So that's another good option in order to unload all the insane valuable stuff that you're going to find doing this credit farming exploit that I'm showing you. All right, guys, this video's dragged on long enough. That's pretty much everything I can think to tell you. I'm still experimenting with things, trying to find better ways to optimize it and better methods and stuff. But as of right now, this is the best way that I'm aware of. This is better than what most other people are going to show you, other than the thing where you put in console commands and make it so you can't get achievements anymore or something like that. But that's it, guys. Hopefully this one helps you out. If you do it at a high-level area, you can probably get 50 to 100,000 credits an hour or something. It's a crazy credit farm, man. If you need credits, if you need money in this game, this money farm is going to be probably the best money farm you can do until someone finds some crazy duping exploit or something like that in Starfield.